All right, all right. Feeney Talks with Friends, episode 111. What's up, Dan?
How we doing?
Dan's here. This is great. This is Feeney Talks with Friends. My name is Eric Feeney, founder and president of Friends of Feeney. Our mission is to help children and families that need assistance after heartbreak or tragedy. And I use this podcast, Feeney Talks with Friends, and I talk to wonderful people in the community that are doing great things. And we're here with Dan, and he does wonderful things in the basketball community, in the photography community. We're going to be talking a lot about hoop and taking pictures today. What's up, Dan?
Not much. Just happy to be here. Happy to be home.
I know Dan for quite some time. This is episode 111. This is a good one. Just 110. Go back and check it out. We did Two Guys and a Lot of Wine. Before that, we did Omar Saad at Maximum Beverage. And before that was the Honorable Dr. Miguel Cardona, the Secretary of Education. How's your education?
Finishing it up. One more year at Rutgers.
Very nice.
Yeah.
New Jersey.
Yes, sir.
Where in New Jersey is Rutgers?
New Brunswick.
That's right.
Yeah, 30 minutes down from Newark.
And what are you guys? The Rutgers?
Scarlet Knights.
That's right.
Yeah.
Scarlet Knights. Ron Dane went there. You know Ron Dane? He was the running back for the Giants.
Oh, okay.
Who else went there?
My mom went there.
Mom?
Oh.
Dave's mom went there. Dave from Direct Line Media. Thank you, Dave.
A lot of defensive players in the Patriots, good teams, like the McCourty twins.
Oh, okay.
I think Logan Ryan.
Okay.
Yeah. Belichick was taking a lot of guys.
Smart.
Yeah. Football team's going back up. Had a couple rough years, but I think they're coming back on the rise now.
No, Ron Dane didn't go there. I think he went to Wisconsin.
I don't know who Ron Dane is, so I wasn't going to correct you, but I don't know.
Ron Dane didn't go there. Rutgers
Another
running back.
red Big Ten program, possibly. Wisconsin.
Yeah, Ron Dane went to Wisconsin. Is red. That's what threw me
I think
off.
it's like McCourty's, Logan Ryan, Deron Harmon. They've had a couple guys recently. Pacheco.
Oh,
Chiefs.
yeah.
Pacheco, yeah. He's like a
He runs hard.
hero.
Jeez, he runs hard.
Yeah, he does.
Super Bowl champ.
2 times, I think.
2-time Super Bowl
Yeah.
champ. Dan, this is great. I have to thank you. Number one, you're a great photographer.
Thanks.
You can be found at DFritzPhotos.com.
Yes.
And you're on DFritz Photos on Instagram.
Instagram, Twitter.
About a couple years ago, you helped and volunteered your time. You took pictures of our Park Road Parade.
Yep.
So thank you for that. Beautiful pictures. Go back and check them out on our Facebook photo album. You did a Wolfpack game. And you did a Donut Crazy, which is 2 blocks down, our celebrity server Donut Crazy. So you helped 3 different events. So thank you for being a good friend. Again, check out his pictures. They're amazing. We're going to show some more pictures later. We got some sponsors here. We're at Donut Crazy's a sponsor. The Fix IV is a sponsor. We're here at Luna Pizza at 999 Farmington Avenue. Thank you, Alex, and all of our friends here. Direct Line Media, of course. This wouldn't be possible without him. We have Keating Agency, Golf Law Group, Parkville Market, and West Hartford Lock. Now, with West Hartford Lock, what are 3 keys that make you great at being a photographer? 3 keys.
I would say knowing where the play is going to go before it happens. It's kind of just like instincts, just being used to it, being around it so much. Being prepared. I usually would try to go to the arena or the facility that we're going to be in the day before or in the morning of, just to get all the settings down, make sure I'm ready to go. And maybe like editing at the end. I think that's important. You could take the picture and that's great, but then you got to have it produced and make it look great. Colors, lighting, all that stuff, post-editing.
That's cool. Yeah, and again, we're going to have look at some show and tell. You brought some pictures. We'll do that later.
Sure.
So anticipating the play, preparation, and the editing after. Yeah, because you played hoop, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
So you know, like, if a lob is coming or how the play is developing, right?
Yeah, you got to know who's there, like who's on what teams, just knowing the tendencies of the players.
So Tatum's got the ball aimed towards the hoop because he's coming in with the dunk.
Mm-hmm.
We got a beautiful dunk from Tatum picture. I can't wait to show everybody. Yeah, DFritz Photos. So those are your 3 keys. Thank you for all of our sponsors. We also play a game. So you take a lot of pictures at events, right?
Yes.
We could talk about so many different events, but this is a fun way to do it. Can you tell me your first event you took photos, your last event you took photos, your best event, and your worst event? So the game is first, last, best, worst. Any order you want. Photos at an event.
Let's go in that order.
Cool.
First, I could really say my first event with a real camera was just stealing your camera at camp in 2019.
Are you serious?
I mean, I really got my first camera that summer, at the end of that summer.
Wow.
And I went from there to like just friends in my town, and then like the football team and the basketball team at the high school. So really my first real experience with a real camera like that was camp.
Nice.
So if you want to call that an
I was
event.
a part of it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, you were. Last event, I just came back from Jersey. So I was with Rutgers. We just had our first week of practices. Friday I did a photo shoot. We did the team headshots, had practice. Tuesday we went to the Hudson River and did team jet skiing, which was a little scary for me with the camera. But
wait, were you on a jet ski with the camera?
So I was going to, and one of our assistant coaches told me that would be a bad idea. So I stayed on the dock for the first half, and then I went out without the camera. If I did bring the camera, it wouldn't have lasted more than 2 minutes. It would have been gone.
Yeah, because a lot of waves.
Yeah, a lot more than I
bouncing.
anticipated. Yeah.
You could wrap it in like bubble wrap or something. But
Yeah. So that was first and last.
Who's the coach that suggested you don't bring it out?
Scott. Shout out Scott. Good friend.
Good job, Scott. Scott's a good friend.
Best event. Ooh. I've had a lot of cool opportunities. I'd say and we'll come back to this, definitely want to talk about this, but the NBA All-Star game this year that I did, I got to shoot for NBA Africa, which is the African countries' NBA media outlet. I met somebody at Summer League in Vegas last summer, and we just stayed in touch, and he asked if I wanted to cover for them, so I got to do that, which was just amazing.
Was it in Vegas? Where was it?
The All-Star game was in Indianapolis.
That's right.
So
it's no longer the Conseco Fieldhouse, or what is it now?
It is Hinkle Fieldhouse?
Hinkle.
Oh, Gamebridge as well. It was in a lot of places. They did one event at Lucas Oil, the football field. They turned it into
That's
a
where
big
the Colts
arena.
play.
Yep. Indianapolis is a cool city.
Very cool.
It's
I've never
underrated.
been.
It's they have a convention center that's like almost 1 million square feet, so you could pretty much get anywhere in the city.
Jeez.
Without going outside. So that's cool. Worst event. That's tough. I'm trying to think of something. I really like do events. Like everything I do, I enjoy because I don't think of it as a job. I'm going to think of something where my team lost. I shot a Rutgers game in 2020, right before COVID. Rutgers lost to Michigan. That sucked.
What was the score? Did they have a chance?
It was close. We had a lead the whole time, but it was Michigan was still doing really well then, and they came back and won.
Was Juwan Howard the coach?
He was, yeah.
Is he still the coach?
Fired.
Oh, they did fire.
Parted ways, but
When?
late March.
This year?
Yeah. He was there this year. We went there.
He's like punching players and stuff. He's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe it was deserved. Are they going to hire Chris Webber?
They hired Dusty May from FAU.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, so they restocked. They got good players coming in. It's a competitive conference. No team stays bad for that long. Like Nebraska was, I remember they were pretty bad, and now they made the tournament. So everyone turns it around pretty quick.
Very cool. All-star game. Yeah. Your pictures, you got Luka,
Got everybody.
Jokic,
Literally everybody. It was awesome.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah,
Did I say that right?
I think.
I practiced.
Yeah.
I was practicing all night because I knew I was going to have to say it. Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak.
Yeah.
Do you get to interact as well?
It's more difficult there with those type of players. The closest I got was like the post-game conferences. They would come into the media room, and we could all just like circle around. They would do the conference on the backdrop, so it was cool being like 20, 30 feet away from them. I got to do the All-Star game, the Rising Stars game, which was cooler, honestly, for me because I've seen some of those players play in high school because it's only like 2-3 years removed from high school to college to the pros. So some of them I was able to like interact with and talk to because they remembered me. I remembered them just from like working with them in high school.
For example, who?
Modest
yep.
Gonzalez, yeah. He's going to get drafted this year. He's projected top 10. Draft is on Wednesday. So
He's the Lithuanian guy?
Yep.
Yeah, Lithuanian. I'm part Lithuanian.
Really?
Shout out to the Lithuanian basketball. They love basketball in Lithuania.
Yeah.
Fun fact, 1992, they didn't have funds to get their team. The Grateful Dead funded them, and that's why a lot of their unis and their warm-ups were tie-dye. Because the Grateful Dead loved tie-dye and stuff. So if you didn't know, Grateful Dead funded the Lithuanian Olympic team.
That'd be cool merch to get.
There's still shirts.
Lithuanian merch?
Yes. Look it out. It's on NBA. It's on NBA.com. It's legit gear.
Wow.
Tie-dye Lithuanian gear. Ask your boy about it. He definitely knows about it. Yeah, Lithuania. I'm going to get that.
No, we should.
Oh, that's cool. Anybody else?
Who did I see there?
Do you ever take pictures at the Martin Luther King thing in Springfield, the high school? Martin Luther King weekend in January. Springfield.
Hoophall. Yeah. Every year.
What's it
This
called?
was the first year I missed. Hoophall Classic.
Yes.
Yeah, sponsored by Spalding. Yeah.
Hoopball, yeah.
Hoophall
Everyone's
Classic.
up
Yeah,
there.
that was. This was the first year I
Cooper
missed
Flag
it.
was up there this year.
Yep.
Bronny
I
has
did it
been
in
there.
2020. Yeah, I have one of the pictures I have. I'll show you. A
Oh, is
couple
that
of
the
them are
Bronny
from there.
pic?
Yeah,
It's from
I
there?
did 2020. That was like Jalen Green, Cade Cunningham, Sharif Cooper, Mobley. They took 2021 off for COVID. 2022 I was there. 2023 I was there. Then this year we happened to Rutgers had a game at Michigan State, so I had to miss it for the first time.
Now Cade's on the Pistons.
Yeah.
So, and then back to doing it for school. I don't know if you could talk about this or not, but do you get a scholarship? Do you get paid, or is it volunteer? Is it part of your classes?
It's a little bit of everything, honestly. Like I do get a little money towards my tuition. That's how they help bring me in. They pay me a little bit per road game just so they don't have to hire a freelancer like they were doing in the past. And then that way we can have a standard look for the photos. Like the way I edit it for Rutgers is a little different than how you would see. Like we hire somebody to shoot our game in Minnesota, then we hire someone to shoot in Michigan, then Illinois, Iowa. Like it's standard.
Some consistency.
Like, yeah.
Oh,
that
that's
goes
cool.
back to like the key of editing.
Editing.
Keep it the same, make it look the same, keep the Instagram looking nice.
Oh, so a lot of if you go to Rutgers basketball, the basketball pics are all yours.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Check it out. Rutgers basketball, DFritz Photos. What other Instagrams have you made? Like players have used your pics, of course.
Yeah. Done a lot of stuff with them. A lot of different players at a lot of different levels.
Now, will they individually hire you? Because you have some cool pics where like dudes with their shirt off holding the ball, dudes flexing on the rim.
Yeah, sometimes it'll be like individual players will hire me for a workout. Sometimes it'll be teams if that's like the AAU side of stuff. Sometimes it's volunteer. Like if I'm at an event shooting one team that paid me and then there's a lot of other good teams, I like to just stop by and get a look at everybody for myself. I don't like to just go based off the rankings. I do know a lot of the ranking people, so shout out to them. But I like to get a look myself and see where their minds are at and see if I agree.
Man, I can't believe it. You started at camp.
I really did. No, I really did.
I
took
take
the
photos.
camera.
You took my camera, did my job, which I didn't
Half of
mind
it.
at all.
Activities director.
I'm a delegator, And you started taking pictures, and you kind of fell in love with it. My daughter learned to love horseback. The other daughter learned to love riflery. You'll find your niche, and you did. And I really think that's great. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
I commend you because you started off, taking pictures at camp, high school, college. Now you're doing pros. Where are we going with this? What's the next plan? What's the future look like?
This year will be exciting. I don't really have like a set plan for the future. Just right out this season, we have 2 5-star recruits that came to Rutgers for the first time ever, and we got a lot of other pieces that came in. So the expectations are high. So this should be a fun season, and then see where it takes me from there.
Who are the 5 stars?
We got Dylan Harper, son of Ron Harper Sr. Played on the Lakers and the Bulls. 5 rings. His brother went to Rutgers as well. He was ranked number 3 in the country, and then Ace Bailey is a kid from Georgia. He's right behind Cooper Flag. He was number 2.
Oh,
So,
wow. Wow.
2
legit.
McDonald's
You got the
All-Americans.
number 2 recruit?
Yeah, number 2 and number 3.
And you got some good genes, the lineage with the Derek Harper family. I think Derek Harper fought Jordan.
Ron Harper.
Oh, Ron Harper.
Yeah, Derek Harper is a Mav.
My bad.
Ron Harper was on.
Ron Harper. He was number 9, I think, for the Bulls.
Yeah.
You think?
I think, yeah. He wore 4 for the Cavs. I don't think he wore 4 on the Bulls. 9 sounds familiar.
Hey, Siri, what number did Ron Harper wear for the Bulls? Come on, let's go, Feeney. Pull it off. Can you do... Oh, what is that? It says 34. No, that's not right.
That's
not right.
100% wrong. 34 sounds like a center number.
Yeah, that was Bill Wellington.
Yeah.
Ron Harper.
You ever do those hoop grids? You know about that?
Oh, yeah.
I love
you
that.
Connect who... Yeah.
That and like the ones where it's like Celtics, Mavs, and you got to think about who played on both.
I don't know if we'll have his number.
You got to pull up look him up, Ron Harper Bulls, and hit images.
Oh, images. See, you teaching me how to Google now, too? Ron Harper Bulls. We're going to play this game. So back in the day, we didn't have Google. Number 9, peeps. Harper. He wore Jordans, too. He was like one of the only players that who wasn't Jordan wearing Jordans, which was cool.
Yeah, I'm sure he was getting them for free.
Oh, of course. Then he had a huge fight. I think he fought the Knicks. I was a Knicks fan, but I love Jordan. Had every Jordan sneaker.
They don't fight
like
as much
sneakers,
anymore.
right?
I do. I have. My mom says I have too many. But
Yeah.
between
And you have
buying
jerseys,
them,
too.
Oh yeah, my whole room.
I saw you webcammed or did a web live or something,
Yep.
and you had jerseys.
Yep, I got everything. I got a lot.
Listen, I'm
I got
45.
stock.
I still have my wife. Your mom yells at you for your sneakers? My wife yells at me about the sneakers. What else
I
you
wear
gonna
them.
do?
I got them. We
Yeah.
get a lot at Rutgers too. We're like.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, don't you
Adidas
get
deal,
part of?
so.
Aren't you on like scholarship with the gear? Do you get like the
We
warm ups
yeah,
and the
like
kicks?
I'm listed on the list of people that get gear, so I get some stuff. Yeah, got you. Now that you mention it, let's get you some Rutgers swag.
Oh, let's go. Well, this is good quality. This
Yeah,
is like
we're
a
Adidas.
hybrid.
It's like an Adidas workout shirt.
Look at that.
That's what some of them wear at
Rutgers,
practice.
I'll be rocking it. I play basketball at the JCC.
Yeah.
Over 30 men's league. I went 0 for 14 last
How would you
winter.
say that on the cameras on? Over
The
14 in
win-
one game?
No, 0 for 14 as in 14 games. I lost all 14
Oh,
games.
I thought you meant you shot over 14. I
No,
was
no,
gonna
no,
say,
no.
wow.
I get buckets.
Okay, good. Damn, who was? I don't know. You don't have to mention who was on your team, but 0 and 14.
This is nice. Yeah. This is a nice fit. Thank you, man. Rutgers. I'm
Yeah.
repping Rutgers.
We're all repping each other. I got the Feeney sweatshirt on. You got my shirt on.
Oh,
now
yeah,
you got
D.
Rutgers.
DFritz. Who designed this? This is really cool.
The logo was somebody on Twitter that I knew did somebody else's. He did mine like 5 years ago. Got it for like $10. I've used it ever since. And then Gavin Griffiths from Connecticut, he was the one who told me to put it on the sleeve so that you could wear it as an undershirt under your jersey. So I got some cool pictures of people doing that. So
Who has rocked this during a game?
Dylan did, the one that's going to Rutgers. Got my friend Papa, who goes
As
to
a high
Pitt.
school player, Dylan rocked it? Or
Yeah,
like an AAU
yeah.
tournament?
AAU. Nike tournament.
That's smart.
Dylan did it. My friend Papa did it. He goes to Pitt now. Kid Wesley Yates, my friend, he's going to USC now. He did it during the game. His teammate Chris Lockett, who's at Boise State, did it. Try to spread them out. Try to give it to people going all different places. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, got to spread the awareness. That's why we got the green Friends of Feeney magnets
Yeah.
around.
It's fun to see, where they pop up, right? Like,
Yeah.
I've been on Twitter and like, there's always like after a player does well or something, they'll like have like media people just come up, take a picture of them, and they post it on Twitter with like a little write up. And sometimes people will be wearing it. Like, shout out to my friend Trent Burns. He's somebody. He's going to Mizzou. He's 7'3", and he has worn the shirt and the shorts. I don't know how the stitching hasn't fallen out. It seems like he wears it every day. So
Trent
I'm
Burns.
sending him more.
What's his Instagram? Trent Burns.
I think just Trent Burns. Yeah.
At
Find
Trent
him.
Burns.
7'3". He's the
you
next
can't
next
teach
Wembanyama.
7'3". Oh, he can shoot and dribble
He
and
can
stuff
do,
too.
Yeah.
Trent Burns.
Good player.
I'm
Real
gonna
good
look him
player.
up.
Fun to watch.
You gotta
Guys
send
like
me a
that.
list of everyone we talked about. I'm gonna
Oh, yeah.
rewatch and write these down. No, that's great. You want to pull out?
Yeah, let's do
again, thanks for the swag, and let's do a little show and tell action. Let's see the work.
Try to order these in a way. I'll pass them off to you.
I'm gonna hold them
First
up to the
one.
camera and we'll talk about them.
Andre Jackson, UConn. He just finished his first year with the Bucks. Got to know him a little bit. He played for the City Rocks, a team that I work for that's Nike sponsored. I wasn't there when he was there, but his brother was, so I got to meet him through that. Went to his draft party because he signed with Rock Nation. Which
Jay-Z?
Yep.
Rock.
Good agency, good people
This
there.
guy dropped over 30 in the NBA, right?
Did he?
Didn't he? I thought he did. He had hops at UConn.
Oh, yeah, his bounce is crazy. He probably had the dunk of the year in the NBA.
Yeah, what was it?
It was like a putback off
yeah.
the rim. It was
Yeah.
crazy. He could really jump.
Hurley loved this guy.
Yeah, he tried to keep him around another year,
Yeah.
but it was his time. He
Oh.
went like mid-30s to the Bucks, which is a great situation. I remember he was hype. It was fun.
Oh, speaking of Hurley, Hurley loved this guy
Clingan,
too.
two-time champion. I've known him since he was probably in 10th grade, because that's right around when I started taking the pictures. Bristol, Connecticut. Played for a local AAU team. Really nice kid. They're talking about he could go number 1.
Wow, I know. I
So
saw that.
yeah,
That's pretty
it's
cool.
awesome.
Let me
He's
see
always
it.
been a nice guy.
See if I could pull up my picture. I got a picture with him.
He was just at the Yankee game. Took a picture with Judge, and he threw out the first pitch, I think.
I saw him at the Travelers Golf last year.
Hmm.
Dude, he's a monster. His knuckle was like the size of my whole hand.
Yeah.
And he's taller, and we were sitting on the hill or standing on the hill, but This guy.
Yeah, I have pictures of him for Team Spartans in Connecticut. I have pictures of him wearing a mask, dunking at Bristol Central, like everything.
I got Game Day Connor was on, and he hosted the victory parade and got a selfie with him. I'm like, I either want to do a autograph session with him and have people attend Parkville Market, pay $25, get something signed by Donovan, and it goes for Friends of Feeney. It's a nonprofit. He experienced heartbreaker tragedy, so our missions align, and I told him that. So, you know him? Can we make this happen?
I can definitely give you some contacts for him.
We'll try.
Another champion. This will tie us into our next batch too. Jordan Hawkins.
Yep. He can shoot.
Yeah,
he dropped over 30. I'm sorry. Is he on the Hornets?
Who? Hawkins?
Yeah, where's Hawkins?
Pelicans. But I think he did drop it. I think he had upper 20s or 30. Yeah, he didn't at the beginning of the season. He wasn't getting that much playing time, but then they let him go, and he earned it. So
Pelicans, my bad.
And these were all in. The first one, the Andre one, was at the Paul. I happened to be in Chicago and reached out to somebody, and they got me a pass for that. These last two were at Albany for March Madness. I got hired by Miami, and they were there. So UConn was there too, and I was able to shoot their games while Miami wasn't playing.
Yeah, you get the press pass. You get down in court.
Yeah, that's another one of my best. I forgot to mention that one. March Madness was cool because I've grown up watching that. College basketball was my favorite.
This year?
Last year.
Because I know the women played in Albany.
Yeah,
this year.
I didn't get to go, but
I saw Caitlin Clark. I went on Saturday and Monday to see her play. It was awesome. And there's Will Murray, Tom Moore, the assistant coaches. Will Murray's a West Hartford guy.
Our team was upset.
Hawkins.
Caitlin Clark played at Rutgers, and we played at Iowa. So we left right before they got there, so we didn't get to see him play or see her play. The team.
Oh, it's him too, right?
Wanted to, yeah. So this is when I went to the All-Star. That was Rising Stars practice. That was as close as I got. I was on the court for that. That was cool seeing him, seeing a bunch of guys that I watched in college or maybe even high school, some of them.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Here's where you get.
Now this is your best.
Yeah.
This was part of his best. This is the All-Star game.
This
is Brown. Did this bucket go in? This shot?
Yeah.
It went in?
Yeah.
Imagine
LeBron on Giannis.
That's not good D.
They don't. That was the worst
game.
It's
All-Star
that
game.
was the least competitive game of basketball I've ever witnessed in my life. And I've gone to some of my sister's games when she was like 11, and this was worse. The score was like 180 to 172.
No defense, no fouls, no defense.
It's just like a glorified layup line.
Yeah, they should do something about that. Is he rocking Deion Sanders? Those are the prime times, I thought. Yeah, those are Deion's. Or a Deion spinoff.
Yeah, he might have done his own thing with the LeBrons. He's probably wearing LeBrons just because it's his deal, but I don't know. All of these guys have their own shoes. Like, Giannis got the Greek Freak shoes. LeBron's got LeBrons. They're on like 20-something pairs. Tatum at the All-Star game.
I thought that...
Tatum's Jordan brand.
I thought Jalen Brunson does that.
Yeah, people steal it.
Or were they probably playing the Knicks, so he's like putting in his face? Tatum's pretty good.
I think that's... let me see. No, I don't want to say it for a fact. I think that dude in the corner, that might be Larry Bird because he was there and sitting courtside, but I don't know for a fact.
No, I don't think that's Larry Bird's bald spot.
Okay. Larry Bird's super fan. I didn't
think
memorize
that's
his
Rick Carlisle's bald spot.
That
looks like Doc Rivers.
Segment. I don't think it's Doc Rivers. Oh, no.
That looks like...
All right, no. You're going crazy
That looks like Hurley.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, these guys are great.
Yeah, Luka, Jokic... It was crazy to see them all in one place because, like, before this, I shot a Celtics game against the Nets and a Celtics game against the Timberwolves. And I think the Pistons, I did a Pistons game too before this. So it was like, I've seen a couple of them individually. Like, I've seen Ant, I saw KD, I saw Tatum. But these are the 24 guys all in one game. So it was a cool thing to do.
Now, say you're talking to a third grader. How would you inspire this third grader and they're interested in being a photographer? What would you say to them to like give them some inspiration or some advice? What would be your advice for an aspiring photographer?
First, it's hard. I mean, the third graders have enough money for a camera, but once you get the camera, let's say the third grader already has the camera.
Deal.
I'm gonna just get out there, find what you want to shoot, like whatever you want to shoot, and just find whatever level you can. Like if you're in 3rd grade and you have a camera and you love basketball, just go to the park, go to a high school game, go wherever they'll let you go. Send emails. I used to email like athletic directors. I got an opportunity to shoot VCU when Bones Highland was there during the COVID year, only because I emailed every single school that played an away game at UMass, URI, UConn, Providence. I think VCU might have been the only school that said yes, but they were like, yeah, we're not going to travel our person, so you can come and help us out. It's just finding opportunity.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't seem like it's there, you got to just try. Like, what's the worst thing that's gonna
Don't be afraid to
happen?
take a no. Be
No, you
persistent. Like, I like that. Like, you ask everyone.
Yeah.
You strike out 10 times, but you get that one yes, you're making it happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And you started off at camp.
Started
This is
off at
great.
camp.
My buddy Matt Heller, he used to work at camp, but
Yeah,
he
I know
goes
him.
hiking.
Yeah.
He likes nature photography. Some people like taking pictures of birds. So, yeah, photos are great. Dude, you want to see how many photos I have in my phone?
I bet you I have you beat, but let's see.
Do you have 27,000 photos?
Yes. 35,800. Yeah.
25,000.
Your iCloud's going to be
1,000 have not
brutalized.
synced.
Yeah.
What's the trick on that? How do I sync it? Do I have to just pay for?
Yeah.
Do you pay?
Yeah.
How much extra?
Like $2 a month. It's not that bad. But you should get like Google Photos to back it up or something.
Okay.
Because say you drop that phone in your ginger ale over here, you're going to lose those 1,000.
That's not good.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
They told me to bring home another pizza. Bring home another pizza. Okay.
I've heard great things. I've never been here, but I've heard my
pizza's
dad came
phenomenal.
here a couple weeks ago, and he said good things. So
How was Pops?
good. He's good. He's home right now, working.
What was
from
his
home
name
today.
again? Ira.
Yeah.
So I know he's your dad. Our motto's be a good friend. Pick up trash, hold the door, give a compliment, be charitable. I know he's your dad, but what makes your dad, Ira, a good friend or a good dad? You brought him up.
First thing that comes to mind is helping me edit my essays at school. And then he gets so upset when we get like an 84. And he's a professional writer of like 30 years now. So he's like, this is better than 84. Like, we spent way too much time on this for this to be 84. I need to talk to the teacher. I was like, you can't talk to the teacher because then I'm going to get a 0. Like, I appreciate the help, but his style of like comedy writing, commercial writing, and ESPN, he was in Hollywood for a little bit too.
What did you do at Hollywood?
He wrote for some shows. He was on The Love Boat Next Wave, which never really took off too far. Coach.
Come
show.
on.
Yeah.
With George T. Nelson?
Yeah.
Or George T. Nelson? Something.
Craig T. Nelson. Yep.
Come on.
He wrote an episode of that.
I used to love that show.
It's a good show.
They
I
got
think
the
I've
big
only watched.
Goofy guy.
I think
the
I've
older
only watched
guy.
his.
Classic.
Yeah.
He wrote some shows?
Yeah.
Because he knows sports.
Yeah.
No way.
King
Craig
of
T.
Queens,
Nelson.
Kevin James, couple episodes.
No way.
Yeah.
Ira. He came to the Wolfpack game.
Yep. Good
All right.
friend of Kenny Mayne. They used to work together. before
We
he
talked
retired.
about you. I had Kenny Mayne on the show.
Yep.
And we talked about you and Ira. Oh, yeah, Kenny Mayne. That, when people ask me best, worst, first, last podcast guest, he's probably like the best.
Yeah, I mean,
For me-
he's been.
Like, I went
the
to
other
sleep
end.
and woke up to Kenny Mayne being on TV. Like, we didn't have the internet to check sports. I had to, hey, how did the Bulls do or the Knicks? Did they win or lose? I had to watch SportsCenter.
Yeah.
And who told me that? Kenny Mayne did. So to have him on was really cool.
Good dude. I used to go in often with my dad when they would do commercial shoots at night because one of the things that they would do together a lot was live commercials, which
Oh,
was
they did
like
live commercials?
Yeah, so when they would go to the break, they would come back halfway through, or like even right when they're coming back from break, or right when they're going into break, and he would do like a live commercial for a brand. So it was something that they kind of came up with. I don't want to give the credit to the wrong person, but I think my dad had something to do with like bringing that in. But he was on the Late Show, so that he used to do it all the time.
The Late Show. Oh, okay.
Like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, SportsCenter.
And those commercials are hilarious. And Kenny Mayne's in a lot of the funny ones.
Kenny Mayne helped us pull off the prank. I forget who we were pranking, but I brought Newman, and I brought two other people to camp, from camp to SportsCenter.
Ethan, Pags. No?
Yeah, Pags, and I think it might have been Ethan.
Brendan. No.
I think Brendan was the butt of the joke. I think
Did
that
you call him or
we
something?
had Kenny Mayne record a video on my phone talking about the 30 for 30 about Ultra Ball was going to come out next year, and they were going to come film for it and stuff. And us four, we pulled it off. They believed it.
Oh, that's classic.
Certain people
Ultra
believed
Ball.
it. Great
Classic.
game. I miss
Great
it. They
game.
still play?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Newman's, as long as Newman's there, they're going to play.
As Newman's
so
there,
I might have to stop by.
Max Bretos, he
Yeah.
was on ESPN.
Yep.
He came to camp and took a picture next to Newman's Hall of Fame, posted it on his Twitter page. Newman printed it out, framed it, hangs it in his classroom because Newman and Max Bretos are with the Ultra Ball Hall of Fame thing in the middle. So it's really cool. He loves it. The whole thing, the whole tweet is framed and printed out huge because Newman sent me a picture next to it and it's on the wall framed.
That's great.
ESPN, is your dad still there?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
ESPN Creative Works.
Fun fact to all you ESPN employees, Friends of Feeney's on the donation list where if an ESPN employee makes a donation to Friends of Feeney, ESPN will match it. So we're on the donation match. Ira,
that.
tell your friends. Be a good friend. I already told Seth Wickersham. I already told Greg Jewell. I already told John Fagan hooked me up. So John Fagan, if you know him, thank you, John Fagan. You're the man. I really appreciate that because you had to go through you had to apply. Then we had to send a voided check. We had to send all these requirements. Who else did I tell? Jeremy Frankel. I'll name all the whole ESPN crew. But Greg Jewell's a great guy. He's a producer. So your dad, I think your dad knows him.
Probably.
How about your uncle? How's Brooklyn Fitzy?
Great. Hilarious.
He's a funny guy.
He is.
He can sing.
There's like days worth of clips of him on YouTube if you look him up. If you look up Todd Fritz DP show.
So are they
entertaining
brothers?
stuff.
Ira and Brooklyn Fitzy
my
brothers?
dad's older. A couple years older.
Man, then they both went into. So number one, they both have wonderful personalities and great sense of humor, and they're both in the sports industry. How do you think that happened?
Growing up, my grandfather, who I never met, he passed away in the 90s, but he was a big sports guy all the time. Played sports with them, watched sports with them. Just they did everything sports, and they played a lot when they were growing up. So, in the
very cool.
streets of Brooklyn, playing baseball on the cement,
stick ball,
sliding in the third, cutting your whole leg open.
On
I
the
don't
street.
know about that.
Yeah, sliding in.
Yeah.
Sliding
I've had
on the street.
the opportunity to play on grass and turf my whole life. So.
Oh, they grew up in Brooklyn. That's right.
They grew up in Brooklyn, Brighton Beach, Ocean Parkway.
And when did they move to Connecticut?
They both were in L.A. I think they lived together or lived near each other in L.A. In the 90s. They both moved back. My dad moved back in 2000. I think Todd moved back shortly after. And then they worked at ESPN somewhat together, similar departments. And then my uncle left for the Dan Patrick Show. And my dad switched from producing SportsCenter to the creative side, which is where they write the commercials, called Creative Works. Yeah. The last one he did was that was a couple years ago. He did Dwayne Wade and Mello for Inside Out 2.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Inside Out 2 with the feelings.
Yep.
And they did did he write the script?
Yeah. Yeah. So it was
I have to check that one out.
It was
Can you send me that clip?
I can, yeah.
You'll find it?
Dwayne Wade offers Mello an onion ring. He says, Mello, want a ring. And then they go in Mello's head, and he's angry that he would offer him a ring because he has no rings. He thought it was a joke.
Oh, that's kind of dirty. Offered him a ring. I had a pen. I was going to write that down. But
I'll text you. I won't forget.
You won't forget? My memory's not that good.
I got you.
I'm going to forget. Wow. So Brooklyn Fitzy, we got to get him to be a guest. Come on, Brooklyn. You coming on?
If you
DP
offer him some
show?
pizza, he'll be here.
Luna Pizza,
He
all the
likes
pizza you
pizza.
can eat.
See how it stacks up to Brooklyn.
What's
Rocco's.
up
That was
with
their
his
place,
shot?
Rocco's.
What's his
The hook
favorite shot?
He does a little lefty hook.
Dude, it's money.
Yeah, it is.
At camp, he hit him half court. He was 3 for 3. Brooklyn's got a great shot. I call him Brooklyn Fitzy, but his name's Todd Fritz. Good dude. I text him. I'm like, hey, who did I just have on? Shoot, who did I just have on? And I was like, hey, he was a guest. Kenny Mayne. I think it's up here.
You've got so many guests. I can't believe I'm 111.
111.
What was Kenny? First 50?
Kenny right here.
Oh, we got a list.
Oh, I told him I had mayors. Oh, I had Miguel Cardona, the Secretary of Education. He's 5 away from the president, people. He was the designated survivor during the Capitol State of the Union. So all the important figures of America are in this building. So they designate one person. God forbid something happens.
He would have been president.
He would have been president. He was a podcast guest. Who are we asking about here?
Kenny. He had to be in the beginning. I was 2 3 years ago. Yeah, wow. What was the date of the first one, roughly? Do you remember?
Matt Dix. He's a writer, storyteller.
When was that?
When was my first podcast? We're going on 3 years or 4?
It's crazy.
It's 2024. We were before COVID.
We did the first one in 2020. Early 2020.
2020.
Pre-COVID, so that'd be January, February.
Yeah, it was on Direct Line Media does a behind the brand. So I was on talking about Friends of Feeney. On the way out, I said, hey, can I ask the questions? And Dave, we've been together ever since. It's a match made in heaven.
That's right.
Thank you, Dave. Oh, see, Dan is very particular. He's going to be mad at me reading podcast question. Dan is very particular when it comes to guests in the man cave. Come on. Dave, Dan. Oh, I also had Frank Whaley. Frank Whaley played Archie Graham, Moonlight Archie Graham in Field of Dreams. He's always on Dan Patrick. So I said, hey, I had Frank Whaley.
I love how it's like, look who I had as my guest. Hope all is well. Can I come to your studio?
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, hey, he's just like, how are you doing? I'm like, just did a podcast with a friend, a DP show friend. Cool, hope all is well. Can I come on your podcast in your studio? My podcast guy is in Brantford. You're in Milford. They're practically neighbors.
Yeah.
No,
Maybe.
but I understand.
Maybe.
It's got to reach. Like you, man. You email people.
Yeah, you
you
gotta
say
try,
no.
yeah.
I'm getting Brooklyn Fitzy on.
Oh, you will.
I'm going to show up in Milford like
Once he sees that, come on.
your nephew. Come on, give him a little plea. What, should I be a guest?
Please, Uncle Todd. Come on, Todd.
Uncle Todd.
They got pizza and wings for you here. You just text Feeney what you want on the pizza. What flavor wings?
Speaking
West
of
Harbor's not that far. From Glassbury, where they're from, Jordan.
we
from
can
there?
do Zoom. We'll go. I mean,
And he can't get pizza though.
I wouldn't mind going to the man cave. He can meet me
They got
in
a new
Brantford.
one. I mean, it's not even that new, but I haven't been to the new studio.
I'll bring him any pizza he wants. Do you like Sally's? Do you like Pepe's? Do you like Modern? Fuco's? What do you want? Big Pizza, Middletown Rendezvous? What do you want?
All right.
Zephyrs?
Do you hear how badly he wants this to happen? Like,
Uncle Brooklyn Fitzy. Come on, buddy. Oh, speaking of your boys, Jordan,
Fritz working for University of Colorado Athletics, living in Boulder.
what's he doing now? Did he finish
Yeah,
Syracuse?
he's working now. Colorado
Is he
Athletics.
in the sports industry?
Yeah, he's doing ticket sales and marketing for Colorado. Dion.
With Dion?
Yeah, it's a good time to be
Coach
there.
Prime?
Yeah.
Has he interacted with Coach Prime yet?
He told me he walked by Travis Hunter, who's like their star player.
He
I
goes
don't-
both ways. Is he
Yeah,
still
he
going to go
does.
both ways this year?
That's
That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
The guy's exhausted.
I think he might though.
And the Sun, did Jordan go to the Suns rap concert?
No.
Because I heard Dion was making
I
players
heard
go.
people
True or
transferred out
false?
because of that.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a Lil Wayne concert. I'd go.
Is it a
I
Little
wouldn't.
Wayne?
Yeah, I would show up late so I don't have to see his son open for him. But
Oh,
that's why
what
he
it-
made him go.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, he opened for Little Wayne? That changes things. If you're going to go.
His son is not a rapper.
But Little Wayne walked him out onto the field
I
one
would
time.
sit through a corny rap performance for 10 minutes to see a Lil Wayne concert. So I would not have transferred out. No, I would stay.
Now, do you think I bought a pair of primetime blenders?
Probably.
What color?
I don't even know. I don't even know what they look like. Oh, but they probably look like those shoes you just showed me, the LeBrons.
I bought the gold.
Gold? I wouldn't have guessed that.
I was
That's
a
flashy.
huge Dion fan growing up. Here's how I would do it. On my math folder, I cut out the newspaper article of him on with the 21, taped it on my math folder. I made a handmade Dion shirt. Wow. With marker, put primetime on it.
How old were you?
I think I was a freshman in high school or 8th grade. 8th grade into freshman year. Prime was my guy.
That would have been something.
Had the diamond
If
turf
I was like an
snakes.
upperclassman and I see you walking in with a gold shoes on and a homemade jersey, like we're playing Ultra Ball, like you got Sharpie
Oh.
on your shirt.
What a loser.
Jesus. Nah, but look at you now.
Look at me now. Look at me now. I'm rocking the
Yeah,
DFritz.
we're here
Talking
at Luna
with
Pizza.
DFritz.
I'm honored to be here.
Oh, yeah. So, funny. Camp guys. Jordan, Pags, Ethan. You have to sit, start, cut. Sit, start,
Is there
cut.
any way to know who's not going to watch this?
No, you got it.
Oh, boy. That's not
Sit,
good.
start, cut.
We're talking
Who
about
you-
Ethan Case.
Yes. Who wants to be a podcast guest? Who's going to be a podcast guest? Ethan, if you're watching. What minute are we, Dave?
I
Ethan.
almost
40.
So you're gonna send it to them now. 'Cause
40
you know
minutes
that
with
it's minute
Feeney. Pressure's on, brother.
Yeah, I know. So at least I know Jordan Fritz is in Colorado, so he can't do anything to me if I cut him. Okay, here's a good question though. Was Ethan Case a camper? Because I know he was a counselor, but I wasn't there for that long.
I don't think he was ever a camper.
Okay. Well, Pags has to start because he's like first ballot.
Okay. I think he's an Ultra Ball Hall of Famer.
Here's the problem. Is this like prime Jordan Fritz or 2 ACL tears later, current Jordan Fritz? Because he's been through some stuff in
I
college.
like to think aloud. I like
He
this.
tore his ACL once. I forget how he did it the first time, but the second time was doing a Euro step in a basketball game. Yeah.
Wow. You know,
So,
pick up basketball?
yep.
I don't see Jordan being a Euro step kind of guy.
Well, that's why he tore his ACL and had to sit out for 8 months, 9 months. Couldn't golf. Kid loves golf.
Is he a good golfer?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let me stop you there because September 14th, Jordan, Dan, Ira, Brooklyn, Fitzy.
Oh, could we
September
get smoked?
14th at Tunxis.
My dad, I don't know what my
third
dad knows.
annual Friends of Feeney Golf Tournament. We're raising money for children and families. $650. Scan this code. We're at Tunxis. This is our third annual.
Very nice.
You golf?
Very nice.
Maybe you come take pictures.
Every time
but
I've
you're
gone
probably
golfing,
busy.
I end up taking pictures and not golfing. And then also, when Jordan brought me there last time, they didn't have lefty clubs, and he made me golf righty. And I was like, this sucks. And then he started giving me pointers on my swing, and I'm like, dude, this is the last time in my life I will ever golf with my right hand. So stop. Like, just let me
Just
mess
let me
around.
hack
Like, it's not
around.
gonna happen. I'm gonna say if we're going prime Jordan Fritz, he gets benched and Ethan gets cut. But if we're going current, I don't know Ethan's injury status, so I'm gonna cut Jordan just because I don't think he should play. I don't think he'd get medically cleared to play.
All right, cool. So we got it here. Pags starting. Sitting Jordan. Cutting Ethan.
Yeah, unless Jordan doesn't pass his physical. Yeah,
He could be on the PUP list
yeah, he could definitely be there.
or the DL or the
Coach.
IR. Coach.
Newman's gonna coach though, probably.
Newman's going to coach. That was cool.
Player coach.
Had to do that.
Yeah.
So I've been a teacher for 20 years. You know, teaching brings me so much joy, but sometimes there's heartbreak or tragedy. That's where this started. Do you have a favorite teacher?
Yeah, and are we talking what year are we talking or anything?
Anyone you
I
want?
just had a really good professor at Rutgers. He just retired though. He was my sport marketing professor, Mr. Fink. He was really good. He's retiring though. He was the executive director of the Global Sports Business grad program, which I was intrigued about because I thought it would be awesome to work with him and do that. But he just retired. We were his last class. I was in his last class that he taught ever because it was like a late afternoon class. So I stayed after and talked to him. So I might have been the last student to ever have like a post-class discussion with him, but he was really great.
Professor Fink.
Yeah.
Is that what you called him? Fink?
yeah.
That's cool.
We're
That's
LinkedIn.
really cool.
We're LinkedIn friends. So
LinkedIn
we're
friends.
LinkedIn.
Is he going to watch this?
Might send it to him.
What makes Fink a good friend?
He was in the industry first, so he had a lot of knowledge, and he was just like very. It wasn't I wouldn't say chill because I don't think that was like the right word for it, but like very like. It was an interactive class. It was like open, really open. Like he wanted to teach us, but he didn't want to like make it like. He didn't like giving us grades and stuff. Like he wanted us to learn and get experience. He didn't want to be like, here's a quiz, here's a test. Like it was like really like, let's inform you, let's learn from your peers, do these projects with your peers, and then go from there kind of. So I thought it was cool.
It's great as a student when you know that teacher is the master of the content, right? And
Yeah.
you respected his experience, his knowledge, his just you're like in awe sometimes when he talks. I had teachers like that.
Yeah,
and
and
that goes a long way.
And then you have those that you learn that you take classes with that aren't.
You're like,
aren't.
I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah, and it's just like you're talking. Your experience is taking the same class. Like you just know it because you studied it. Like
Yeah.
I'd rather learn from someone that's been there and done it. So
Yeah.
that's my preference.
Very
for sure.
cool. All right, we're gonna go speed round
Let's
through these
finish these,
pictures,
yeah,
and
let's
then we'll
finish
do
these up.
favorite restaurant, and then we're gonna get into this pizza.
Cool.
Speed round.
Tatum, that was against the Pistons. I think that was not this season, but the last season. Isaiah Stewart on the
So
Pistons.
you don't obviously pay for tickets.
No.
You get the pass. You're down. Do you get an additional ticket? Do you need like a roadie? Can I
You
carry
trying to
your
come?
bags?
Yeah. That is.
Is that the game-winning shot?
That is, game 1 of Celtics Nets series last year.
What did he just do?
Spinning layup on Kyrie. That crowd was going.
Kyrie's defense is.
Doncic's defense is worse.
Oh, both. And you're on the same team, and you got two clowns that can't play defense. Unfortunately, I do like Luka, but the D, he's like that charge that he tried to draw was awful.
That's when he fouled out, right?
Yeah,
you can't do that in that
Jaylen Brown.
situation too, no matter what.
What are you trying? What do you expect? Now this guy is just
Wembanyama. That was
amazing.
so I had planned a trip to do 2 games for Isaiah Stewart on the Pistons. That's one of my friends. He also played for that same AAU team that I work for. He was hurt the first game. We planned it like 2 months in advance, and he happened to be hurt for the first game, and they were playing the Spurs. So I just shot.
Dude, he's bulking up. You see him?
Yeah.
Dude, he's working out.
This
guy's
January.
7'3", Dave.
7'4".
Dribble, shoot threes.
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year. He's going to be.
Back to talking about Hoophall in Springfield. He was like the number 1 player back then. Got to see him again. That was the second game I did in Detroit. Reached out to him again. He remembered me. Cool guy. Just a normal kid. Jalen Green. Yeah. He's in the NBA. He's been there for 2-3 years now, but we're literally the same age. Like it's getting to that point now. I'm turning 22 in August, so there are guys younger than me.
He's 22 and he's been in the league for 2 years.
Yeah. 2 or 3. But nice guy. We reconnected after that, and he took the pictures for me. So it was cool.
Those Nikes or Adidas? What is he wearing?
He's an Adidas athlete, so those are definitely Adidas. Tatum's got Jordan deal. Kyrie, those I think are still Nikes, but now he has his own thing going.
Yeah, they're like moccasins. Oh,
Yeah, they
those are
dropped them.
terrible.
That was after a loss.
Caden.
Cool picture. That's Jalen Duren, who I saw in high school. That was just a cool picture I printed out. They lost. They went on a kind of a tough streak of losses this year.
Like 25 in a row or something.
Yeah.
Terrible. I'm touching your prints. I'm sorry.
That's all good. I brought him here. Anthony Edwards. That was the first NBA game I got to shoot.
Really?
Yeah. So it was cool to see him. He's going to be a stud for a long time.
This guy's amazing.
Yeah.
I want his kicks.
Yeah, we get them. Our players get them.
They wear them?
Yeah, they love them.
Size
Him and Harden.
Size
Those are
11.
their favorite too. Yeah.
Size 11. Slide me to the side. A size 11.
So this guy, that was who I was talking about before, Modest.
Is this the Lithuanian guy?
Yeah. So
didn't he sign some things for your
I
campers
told him
at camp?
That I had 2 campers in 7BA that watched like high school basketball highlights and knew him. And he's like, "Oh, that's so cool." And I was like, "It would be awesome if I mail you these pictures, get them ordered. Would you send them back to me and keep 2 for yourself and sign 2, and I'll give it to them as a gift like before the end of the week?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, of course." He sent me all 4 back signed. I don't know if he misread it or what, if he was just being nice, but yeah, really nice of him to do that for the kids.
Do that for Friends of Feeney. We could do that for a raffle. We have a raffle.
Yeah, I mean, he's
going to
be in the league now, so it'd be dope.
Be like, be a good friend. Sign it.
Talk to him.
Tell him
after
I'm
the draft.
Lithuanian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's at Hoophall. That's Brawny. He's in the draft now too.
Is he going to be a Laker?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's inevitable.
How long is JJ Redick going to be coaching there?
It's so hard to say in the NBA. Like the Pistons fired their coach after a year, and it's like, to me, you're not going to hire someone that's going to make them good in a year. So why are you going to fire a guy and owe him $60 million?
Did you see JJ Redick's coaching experience?
Yeah, like
4th grade.
Yeah.
Volunteer.
Some of those
Fourth
guys act like
grade
4th
volunteer
graders, so if you
to
be
the-
around them, you'll see. Some of them act like not too different than that.
This is future champion right here.
Cooper Flag. Yeah, that's
I can't believe he chose UConn.
Duke.
This guy?
He
Duke?
chose Duke.
Oh, wait. Who chose UConn?
William McNeely.
Oops,
His high school teammate. Cooper
Disregard.
Flag
Delete.
is Duke.
Delete.
Cooper Flag's Duke.
He thought about
He
it.
visited both, yeah.
My
Donovan
bad.
Clingan hosted
My
him.
bad. Oops. Just when
Yeah.
I thought I knew
That
what I was
is
talking about.
At the Barclays Center, Jordan Brand Classic, cool event, Brooklyn, April.
Dude, he's up there.
Yeah.
Mayne.
He's number 1.
Is he Mayne?
He's Mayne. The main event, they call him. Kind of a sick nickname.
There's only one main event. You know who that is.
Yeah.
Who's that?
You say it.
Kenny Mayne
Yeah.
is the main event.
I didn't know if you were talking. I didn't know if there was some old basketball player reference that I wasn't going to get there. But yeah,
Kenny Mayne
shout
is
out
the
Kenny
main
Mayne.
event. But this guy's the main event. Well, he could be main event.
Main event with an E.
M-A-Y-N-E main event. He's M-I-M-A-I-N-E,
Yeah,
the state.
Yeah.
Cooper Flag.
Yep.
You interact with him?
Yeah. seems like a nice.
He's
guy.
going to be a one and done, no?
Definitely, yeah. These are our 2 one and dones at Rutgers for sure. That's Dylan on the left and Ace on the right.
Wait, is this the number 2? Are these the guys
number
coming
4 is number 2 in the country. Number 2 is number 3. He's the
These
number,
are the 5-star recruits
number 1
coming
player
in.
in the country. Number 2, number 3.
Well, point that again.
1, 2, 3. In the
three-
high school rankings.
High school rankings,
Yeah.
number 1, 2, and 3. This guy's rubbing shoulders with them, taking pics.
Yeah, we got a good team. They got 3 other freshmen besides them.
So did they get the bag? Are they getting paid?
Yeah, NIL, I'm sure. Look at the chains.
They chose Rutgers. Is that platinum?
I'm sure it's got something in it.
Gold?
Diamond, silver, I don't know. I don't have chain money yet, so.
He's team tight shorts too. What is that game has changed too. It used to be
yeah.
baggy. Those are pretty.
Yeah, they've gone back to.
Is he rolling
super-
them up? Even
Probably, yeah. But
Playing
those are
basketball.
2 good kids. It's those 2, and then we got Lathan Somerville from Chicago, Dylan Grant from Canada, and Bryce Dortch from Massachusetts. 5 really good freshmen, and then a couple transfers, a couple returners.
this was my guy because I'm a Knicks
Yeah.
fan.
His
He has
brother's there.
hops.
You know that? His brother's on
Yeah.
the Knicks. Doesn't play,
Sits the
but
bench.
yeah.
Obi, he kind of killed it.
Yeah, that was cool.
You were
got to see
talking
him
about
at
going to
URI.
Indiana. I was almost this close to going to Indiana to watch the Knicks
Oh,
than
man.
going to New York because it was cheaper and more likely to get a better seat in Indiana than in New York City. Obi.
They had too many injuries. The Knicks. That was upsetting. They could have gone farther.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, this is
the
Connecticut
Bonner.
Sun at
Yeah, I got to
Mohegan?
do a Suns game 2 years ago. That was cool. I would like to do another one.
They
The
may
league
win
is-
it this year.
They're really good.
They're stacked.
They're always close, but yeah,
They
started
were
like
Final
13
Four
and
last
1.
year, right?
Yeah.
No, they made it to the championship?
I think
Or Final
they did.
Four?
They lost to Aces, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the league is exciting, and it's only going to get better. Like
I
Paige,
know Caitlin already was. She was at Mohegan twice already.
yeah, her first game ever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool stuff.
I'm going to ask you favorite restaurant. But first, let's get into this pizza.
All right.
We're here at $9.99 Luna Pizza. We're going to get into Chicken Bacon Ranch.
Okay.
That's Game Day Connor's favorite pizza. I never had it before. He asked for it, and I'm like hooked. Chicken
Yeah, it was good.
Bacon Ranch. Check it out. Luna and Korean barbecue wings. We're going to take a quick little break. All right, how's the
Okay, I have a
pizza?
good question. Pizza
Chicken
really
Bacon
good.
Ranch and Korean barbecue. Great crisp on these. Tevin is here cooking. Makes a great pizza. This pizza guy, the Barstool guy, Dave Portnoy, just was in town. He hit Savoy 7-6. He hit Zephyrs 8-1. We're trying to get him here. We got to come to Luna.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on, Dave. Be a good
Everybody's
friend.
opinion is different, though. Yeah.
Yeah, his does carry a lot of weight. I'm not sure why. I guess he's got a good thing going. But he feels like,
I don't buy into that.
right? They're all 7, 6s, or 8, and it's all opinion.
Yeah.
What are you looking for? He likes the crisp. But look, there's a lot on this pizza.
Yeah, it's not falling over or anything.
It's not falling off.
You might like it.
I hate to say it, but you said your sister's going to Maryland.
Yeah.
Potomac Pizza. I picked up the pizza at Potomac. It all slid off. I'm not trying to poo-poo on the Potomac, but I'll never go back because it's not in the area. But like, then I had to pick it up, and you're like, but you're in Maryland. You know, what's the expectation on a pizza? We're from Connecticut,
You gotta get like
pizza capital of the
crab
world.
cakes or something. Lobster roll. I don't know. Maryland seafood, right? Somewhat.
What's attracting your sister to Maryland?
Good school. Has the major she wants. She wants to do something like business analytics.
Wow.
She got some scholarship money. She had really good grades at Simsbury, so
Yeah, I went with my daughter Neela for National History Day. She finished second in states, second in regionals. She went to nationals and stayed there. Beautiful campus. Jim Henson went there, so there's a lot of Kermit
Yep.
the Frog stuff. They're powered by steam, so some of the area is just steams coming out. Their football stadium's huge. Their basketball stadium's great.
that I was there. This
They
year.
have
It
the
was cool.
basketball name Hall of Fame. My favorite player of all time, name. Maryland basketball, X-Ray Hip. So Juan Dixon, Steve Blake, coached by Gary Williams, power forward. His name was X-Ray Hip. Come on. Is that not basketball Hall of Fame name? Name alone? Hey, what's your name?
There's no way that was his
X-Ray
real
Hip.
name though.
X-Ray Hip. Look it up. It's awesome.
Did they nickname him X-Ray because his last name was Hip? His name is probably like Trevor.
We gotta look that up. X-Ray Hip. There's another guy too. He played in the league.
He's gonna get mad at me, but shout out my roommate. His name is Krish Mystery, but if you say it really fast around December time,
Christmas E.
Christmas tree. He doesn't like it,
Chris.
but it's hard to not do that.
Who do we got? Juan Dixon, Maryland team.
Dude, Steve Blake used to throw hands.
2001. Juan Dixon, Drew Nicholas. Who was on the 2000?
Chris Wilcox. He played in the league.
Drew Nicholson. Steve Blake. Brian Randall. Earl Brady. All right, not that team. All right, let's see. X-Ray. Hit. Yeah, he keeps going to like player.
Yeah, man. X-Ray. E-X-R-E-E. Hip. X-Ray Hip. It's the man. All right. So, at least your favorite restaurant is not Potomac Pizza. What do you think it is? Name a few or name one. Maybe one in Rutgers area.
Daniel's Pizza in New Brunswick is good. Sometimes we get Indian food at Puja in New Brunswick. You know we're getting Cane's in Simsbury?
Ooh.
I like Cane's a lot.
I've never had it, but they sponsor
So when
everything.
when I travel with the Nike team, we go to a lot of places in like the South and Midwest, and they have them there. So good. And one of they're building it right now. The signs are up. They're just having.
Now, what is it? Is
finished
it like a Popeyes?
Similar. It's mostly like chicken strips, like chicken tenders. Like nobody goes there. You wouldn't go there and get a sandwich. You
Gotcha.
can make a sandwich if you get the Texas toast and you put the strips on, and then you put the cane sauce. There's no sauce in the world better than cane sauce. Like that's a fact.
It's better than Chick-fil-A sauce.
It's not even close. It's not close.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have to try cane
You'll
sauce
like it.
now.
Wait till you can have an event at the new one when it comes out. I think it's either going to happen late this year or next year. I don't know. I'm just
A
guessing
couple
based on
UConn
looking at
players
it.
volunteered their time and they were like doing delivery or the
My
drive-through.
picture was the Donovan Clingan picture on the flyer.
You took that picture
Yeah.
for Cane's?
Mm-hmm.
They pay you? Cane's Pizza for Life or Cane's
They
Chicken?
gave me
How many
2 coupons
Buy
for
one, get
a
one
box
free?
combo, so we can go together. We can get 2 box combos there.
Where's the closest
it.
Cane's right now?
Enfield maybe.
But you're getting Glastonbury?
Simsbury. Glastonbury is Jordan Fritz family. My family's in Simsbury, not too far from here. This is like a middle area, kind of. Simsbury, Glastonbury.
All right, you're on Cane's Pizza. Let's say Cane's Chicken. You could eat with 4 guests, dead or alive. Who are you eating with?
Wow. That's good. That's a good question.
Cane's, yeah. Who are you eating with?
Bowl.
Come on.
Like Bowl. Big Bowl fan. Wow. Ooh. This is a really good question. Okay. Bowl.
Why you think of that?
What?
I have a picture with Manute Bol.
Really?
He was at Conard when I
What?
first moved to town
Why?
15 years ago. He lived in West Hartford. Bol went to Bugby Elementary School in West Hartford. Manute,
What?
I got a picture with him. He
That's
was like,
insane.
yeah, I want him to write a book. My friend Manute. He did so many great things. He donated all his checks back to Sudan. They made a bed for him at University of Bridgeport. He invented the saying, my bad. You knew that?
Yeah, I just saw that.
My bad, because his English was kind of broken. He was maybe in college. He was like 44 years old. They don't even
Yeah.
know. They would, when he was a kid, they would dash a line in his forehead for every like 10 or 5 years. So when he got to University of Bridgeport, he had 11 dashes on his forehead. So he might have been 55 years old. I'm probably exaggerating.
Yeah,
but
I mean that still happens now. Like these.
the coach got fired because
they
there
probably
was no
found-
NIL deals. He bought a bed from Manute and tried to he was 7'7", so he needed a bed. The coach bought a bed and gave him a bed, and they were like, you can't do that. That's like, it broke the rules of college.
It's crazy. The little things. You couldn't get a free meal.
Yeah. Yeah, no one could buy you a meal.
Now you could just get like, here's $1 million from our collective. Come to our school. You couldn't.
The
But
rules
what the
have
hell are you gonna
changed.
do? The dude's
Doesn't
7'7".
even- Yeah, Poor guy, 7'7".
So either make them suffer and have them sleep on the ground, or buy them a bed and get fired.
Who else did I just hear? Yeah, Mike Matson. He played baseball at University of Bridgeport. He's the CEO and president of Special Olympics. He went to University of Bridgeport, went to parties with Manu. Just a great human being. I'm going to write a kid's book, My Friend Manu. And I got a picture with him, and he was like really unhealthy, and like he had so many problems. He got into a bad car accident. His hands were kind of bent up. And I went over to take a picture with Manu, and they were like, hey, can I get a picture with Manu? And they were like, he can't stand up. And I'm like, well, then, like, I don't want a picture with Manu sitting down. That's not cool. Well, he's 7'7". I want to stand. And he looked at me and goes, for you, I'll stand up. Oh. And I was like, ever since then, I brought him. I went to University of Bridgeport. I brought him a purple folder, University of Bridgeport. I said, hey, I went to the University of Bridgeport just like you. Gave him a folder. That's probably why I made that connection, but he stood up. His belt was right here. Belt. I'm 6'2". Had a big baggy suit on. So I'm glad you said Bull. I want to reach out to him. I also want to try to get a statue made of him at the University of Bridgeport because he did so many good things for them too. Or get a court. I want to get. He lived in West Hartford, so there's this area called Hillcrest. I want to get a court there. Put a Manute Bull statue, the Manute Bull court.
That would be so cool.
Reach out to Bull for us. I'm going to write a book.
Let's find a way.
Bull. We want to write a book about Manute, and we're going to make a statue in a court.
Somehow comes up on Bull's YouTube Explore page.
I'm glad you said Bull. I've been wanting to reach out to him for
like,
years.
I've met so many people, but like I, for some reason, I'm just a big Bull fan. I just think it's crazy to like. He was like Wemby before Wemby. Like,
yeah.
Wemby has a little more skill, obviously, but like. I used to just be a big fan and like use him in 2K and stuff, and then I saw him in Kansas City, and I went up to him and I was like starstruck, which doesn't happen to me because I've met a lot of people. Like, I'm just kind of like with my dad's job and stuff. Like, I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of people, but I was like, damn, that's Bull.
Dude, a couple weeks ago, I was this close to buying a Bull jersey.
That's crazy. What team?
Manute.
Manute. Bullets.
I was either gonna get a Manute or a Bull. So Bull has a brother named Chris. So he has all these brothers. They have African names, and then there's Chris. Manute was really cool with Chris Mullen. He named one of his sons for Chris Mullen. Bull that's another greatest name of all time. No, I'd be honored to meet him, and I want to reach out to him. We're going to send him this clip. We're writing a book, My Friend Manute, and we're getting him a court.
Okay.
I'd be honored.
I'll be there for the opening.
The Sudan Sunrise was his foundation. He ran a nonprofit. He gave all his money
still
back.
Active?
I hope. I want to try to connect
that would be
with that too.
a good thing to reach out to for the court.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I tell my daughters all the time. They're always like, we drive to camp. So I'm like, it's quiet. They're like, Dad, you don't want to tell us the Manute Bull story again?
For you, I'll stand up.
For you, I'll stand up. And I was like, dude, I love this guy. He's my favorite player. My guy said he was one time getting a haircut in West Hartford. He's looking out the window, and he's like, what the... He saw a body walk by with no head. And he was like, come to find out, it was Manute Bull.
That's
lived
classic.
in West Hartford. All right, we got 3 more.
I know, and I've tried to think about it while you were telling me that story, but I was so locked in on the story. It shouldn't even be a hard question. Man, I want to pick some, no offense, like dead people that I never talked to, obviously, because I just watched 42 on the plane. I think Jackie Robinson being there would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a really good movie.
That was an amazing movie. It took me a while to see that. I just watched that recently, too.
Yeah, that's a movie I could watch often. And my dad says that about Moneyball. My dad said anytime Moneyball comes on, he'll watch it no matter what spot it's at. Okay, let's think.
So Jackie?
Yeah. I don't think
Bull, Jackie.
That's already a crazy table.
My wife's grandfather has a story where they grew up in New York. And, like, when you wanted to hit like Jackie, but Jackie, I guess, was pigeon-toed. So he naturally stood like this. So the kids around New York started walking pigeon-toed because they saw Jackie doing it. They were like, if he walks like this, we need to walk like this because it's going to make us hit and play like him. So that was like, that says, like, the influence he had. In addition to all the other amazing things.
Yeah. Just one part. Man. Drake is such a controversial one.
Really?
Now, I feel like he's now controversial, just like his whole beef and everything. But I met Drake when I was in 6th grade.
I don't know too much about the beef. I know that I heard Kendrick is killing him.
Yeah, but he has a lot of cool experiences. I don't know. I met Drake when I was in 6th grade at ESPN. They used to. Now they do everything virtual, but like when I was in like middle school, they would still bring guests into the studio, and he was there. And my dad used to bring me all the time. Met like Drake, Lil Wayne, Von Miller, Adrian Gonzalez when he was on the Red Sox, Tiki Barber when I was like 1. I met a lot of cool people
Very
from
cool.
that, but now they do a lot of virtual stuff. All right, I need one more person. I'll bring my grandfather that I never met.
That's a cool
I
one.
think
Yeah,
he'd
he
be
loves
like-
sports
he'd
too.
Be like Bol. Maybe like, what the hell?
He would have
Well, he
questions
probably
for
saw.
Bol.
He probably saw Manute Bol though. He died
knows
in like
Manute.
1993. I want to say 1992.
Oh yeah,
Hopefully, I'm
So
getting
Manute-
that correct. But
Manute was around.
yeah. So
Yeah, there's a picture of Manute standing with Spud. Manute and Barkley have all these like pranking each other. Very cool.
yeah.
Any recommendations? You read any books, movies, Netflix shows, websites, podcasts? Any recommendations?
Feeney talks with friends, for
You
sure.
heard it here first. Please get our followers up. This is episode 111. Feeney Talks with Friends, all thanks to Direct
need-
Line Media.
111,000 followers.
Yep. Speaking of followers, how many viewers we can try to get on the episode 111? Feeney Talks with
What
Dan
did Riley
Fritz?
Fox get?
Riley Fox is up to like 500.
500 and what?
Let's see. You're gonna try. You coming right for the. Coming
One
for
more
the
than
king?
him.
You
Yeah.
coming for the king?
Come on.
Riley Fox episode. You got a shout out in the Riley Fox
I know.
one.
I got 2. Fox
He
and,
knows
and
you.
Kenny Mayne.
Kenny Mayne knows
Riley
you.
Fox, great kid. Set
Where
up
are
for
we?
success.
Riley Fox episode 93, 574. Riley Fox going to Yale. Dan Fritz is promising 575.
And anyone that watches, do not click on his, because that will cancel it out.
We'll take.
Even though it would be good for your views, but
please download.
if you watch his, watch mine twice. That's
Deal.
what we got to do.
Deal. Smash the subscribe button. Check us out on friendsoffeeney.com. We're all looking to donate, sponsor, or volunteer. We have a couple events. Let me shout out the Bristol Blues.
Oh my God, I used to love the Bristol Blues.
You've been there?
Oh yeah, when I lived in Southington. Oh yeah,
July 13th. Are you around? Come by. I've never been, but we're friends
cool
of Feeney
stadium,
night.
Muzzy Field, right?
Yep,
Still at
Muzzy
Great
Field.
field.
Babe Ruth played there. Yard Goats, August 16th. Friends of Nicholas game. Our golf tournament, September 14th. Our 6th annual Makerspace event on October 12th. Yeah, you did Makerspace, right? Did you take the pictures for that too? You did. That's right. I forgot that one.
Wasn't that right after the parade?
Because it
though?
went to the parade. Yeah, it went from parade to there.
I sat in the back of a U-Haul truck on the highway.
Shh. I forgot about that.
Be a good
You
friend.
did not sit in the back of a U-Haul on the
that
highway.
must have been.
That was somewhere else. November 9th, we're doing the 45th anniversary of the West Hartford Community Interactive, the public access TV show. I'm a part of that, November 9th. So we got some fun events. We're always raising money for
Great.
friends and families that need assistance after heartbreak or tragedy. Unfortunately, a server passed away from Luna Pizza. I was just informed a minute ago, and it's heartbreaking, and we're going to try to help the family out. Of course, we're going to help the family out, but I'm trying to figure out if I knew her or not, but I'm sorry for your loss, Luna Pizza. Thoughts are with you, and we're going to help support you. So that was just to hold us when we got up for pizza break.
Oh, wow.
So unfortunately, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Yeah, teaching the best job in the world brings me so much joy, but there is heartbreak or tragedy. So we're just trying to help as many people as we can. And we do it by doing fun events, having wonderful conversations with great people, doing good things. So happy to... Oh, I forgot to thank you, too. You started our Instagram page for Friends of Feeney.
Yeah.
Because I was like, hey, Dan, like it on Facebook. You're like, Feeney, I'm 19. I don't have Facebook. Facebook's for old people.
Yeah, nobody was.
And
gonna
I was
get
like, can you start my Instagram page? It's still same password. It has something to
remember
do
it.
with camp in the year. We won't say what and where.
Wow.
But you started our Instagram page. You probably still have sign-in rights.
I definitely have the password somewhere. If it's not changed, I definitely.
So you started our Instagram. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for taking pictures at the Wolfpack game. Thank you for doing the Park Road Parade that led into the Makerspace event. And thank you for doing the Celebrity Server. You take some wonderful photos. If you had to pick a favorite photo right now, what
Out
would
of
it be?
those, oh man. The modest one, the Lithuanian guy, has the best story to me because he was so nice and sent pictures back to my campers. And then the Tatum made layup over Kyrie thing is cool because that was like a game winner, like an actual buzzer beater, 360 layup. That was awesome.
So you like anticipated, hey, game on the line, he's going to the rim.
I had my phone. I was really high up, like really, really up there. Had my phone pressed up against the glass, videoing just in case something cool happened. So I have the pictures, and I have the video on my phone from like all the way up there, where you could see like the entire arena, all the seats, everything, because I'm so high up. But then the picture's so zoomed in, so it's kind of cool, like having both.
Very cool.
But yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. A lot of cool opportunities. You get to go a lot of cool places. Like I never left the country before last summer. I got to go to Jamaica with a player on the Pistons that brought me out there to photograph him and his family on their trip.
No way. That's cool. Who was that?
Isaiah Stewart.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's in the league?
Yes. Just signed an extension.
Well, check him out. DFritz Photos. He's on Instagram, DFritzPhotos.com. It was wonderful talking with you. Thank you
too.
so much for being a good friend.
Thanks for having me.
It was a great conversation. We talked photos. We talked Three Keys. We talked Rutgers basketball. Hoop. I love the game. So, you know, I reffed high school basketball. You love the game. You're doing photography. We're gonna see. You're gonna go on to do great things.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you. Keep up the great work. Do you have any closing remarks?
Can we get some sort of like basketball clinic day at camp this summer? Me and you
Ooh.
could just stay there the whole day and just hoop.
Yeah, of course.
Let's do it. I'm
Yeah.
down.
Schedule that. Come in. Yeah, we'd
I'll
love
see
to
if I
have
can
you
bring
come
somebody
back.
by.
Yeah,
See if we can get
yeah.
somebody. That'll be our leverage to get it to happen. I'll be like, well, me, Feeney, and X will go.
All
See
right.
if Riley Fox is around. See if somebody's around to do it. We did one a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
It was cool. Everybody enjoyed it, so
All right. Yeah, we'd love to have you back at camp.
I got to go back. It was
He
fun.
started taking
Good
pictures
times.
at camp,
Yeah, right.
everybody,
Yeah.
with my camera.
Might be an emotional experience for
the
me,
camp camera. I was part
which
of
is
this.
upgraded.
I'm so cool. I
Upgraded.
feel like
Is that camera retired now?
yes, the
You
little
want me to
maroon
sign it?
one, the little yeah, you should keep that. DFritz Photos, friends of Feeney. So on 3, we'll say be a good friend. 1, 2, 3.
Be a good friend.